Hello everyone, it's me Damien here back with another stream. And seriously, I am so fucking tired, but I was really bored and I couldn't get to sleep. And for the record, I mean sleep as in like I wanted to go take a nap or whatever, but I tried for an hour to go to sleep now and I haven't managed to. In fact, I don't really feel tired to be honest, but I kind of do. So I felt like doing a stream because why not? How's my day going? My day's going fine. I've honestly been pretty bored today. Just the usual. Grain Train, if you want to join, honestly, I would rather you join because, like, I am really bored right now. Unless you genuinely can't join. Oh, yeah, I just remembered. I completely forgot this was going to be a Q&A stream. All right, well, if anyone wants to ask any questions, you can. But not anything about LUR, Maddox. Like, if you want to ask any questions, you can. I'm only doing a Q&A stream today because, like, I'm bored. Oh, well, Thomas Studios, I haven't seen you in God knows how long. Or even talked to you in God knows how long. Like, seriously. It's weird because, well, nothing. Anyways, I'm legit fucking exhausted right now, guys. I'm so tired. I've been fine. What season of TNF is my favorite? Probably. This may be a weird opinion, but I'm gonna say other season. Well, okay, season 5 is an obvious opinion, but like, personally, I also like season 3. Just saying. Well, spoiler about my series. Like a little spoiler for my series. Alfred is not gonna be in it. Wait, has it seriously been 8 months since Purple made that? No, it has not been 8 months since Purple made that video. It's been half that time. It's been less than 8 months. Well, no offense. I was tired. I couldn't get back to sleep. I'm sorry, Chaotic, but like, also tell me that you have school next time. No offense. Where the fuck is Grain Train? Yes, I saw it, and no offense. Like, don't get me wrong. I didn't hate it. But I also didn't entirely like it. Like, no offense, you can. I feel like I can tell that you're like still new to music, and like I did. Like, don't get me wrong, I thought it was fine, but I did kind of. But I did say in the stream before you made that. I think I said something along the lines of like, even like I honestly don't remember what I said, but something about like. Honestly, I don't remember, but I said something. Okay, that's what I know or remember, whatever. So I didn't exactly like dislike it or like it. Look, I really don't know. I don't know what I'm doing when I'm around Purple, honestly, except for when we're not playing Roblox. Speaking of which, she's like the only one who I play nowadays. Also, hey, Grain Train.
Oh. Hello.
I am so like legit. I'm exhausted today. I didn't like, and I haven't even like. Well, exhausted probably isn't the right word. Probably just like tired.
You're just worn out.
Yeah, I think I'm worn out, especially after episode 1 got said is made for kids. Yeah, it got said is made for kids by YouTube.
Yeah, I saw your community post on it. Maybe just like do something like what's he hold on. Sorry, hold on. Why don't you add like something like swearing at the start of a video or something?
Yeah, I'll probably add that at the beginning of the video of next episode.
What's his name that does it?
I think it was NWR. What's his name?
NWR
1991.
1991. Yeah. You know, I've put some hard thinking into it, and I don't know why, but it is impossible to build Edward in real life.
How come?
Well, you know his real configuration, a 440.
Okay, this is the only question that Maddox is asking that I have to say yes. I do agree. Alfred is overused. What's my favorite video game? Well, if we're talking video games, like non PC games, I have no idea. There's a few, but I say that in the sense that like there's very few. You know.
Personally, I don't really have one. Oh shit! Sorry, my TV.
It's fine.
Does anyone in this stream like The Amazing World of Gumball? That's my question.
You're asking me. I've barely watched that.
It's really good, like, if you watch it.
I think I watched like one episode or maybe two, but like I think it's fine.
Yeah, but like it might have like all these crazy wacky ideas, but they're so relatable.
Hold on, what's the worst what is the worst trains model in your opinion?
Ooh.
The worst trains model, oh boy. Like not just the ones that I own, but like in general. Personally speaking, I think I have no idea. There's so many.
You know, I'm
like if you
not
listen,
gonna
if you want to tell me a specific site, maybe I could tell you.
Look, now I'm not gonna say the Cooley 93, the Cooley 3D. How do you say it? The Cooley 93 models.
Is it Railway Series 3D? If you mean that, there's not even bad.
No, the Cooley's 93 model.
Yeah.
I will not call them ugly because I have that much respect for them.
Honestly, they were some of the first Thomas Roblox models to like ever exist. If not the first.
Roblox.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about trains.
Dude, those are Roblox models.
Really?
Dude, Cooley 93 made the first Thomas Roblox game.
No, but
dude, those are not even trains models. Do you mean MST? Do you mean MST Noodles models?
Yes, MST Noodles. Sorry. I'm more familiar with Roblox models than trains models.
Well, honestly, I still think that like the MST Noodles models, for what they were, listen, for the time that at the time they were probably the best thing you had, which is true. But like, to be fair, nowadays they're really outdated. I don't think anyone even owns them anymore.
Oh, I reckon some people.
Not to mention that, but the graphics on, especially the narrow gauge engines, I don't know if they ever even made them. I think they did. I think the only thing I remember them ever being used in terms of videos was Shunter Productions' very old videos.
I think I've only seen it about once or twice.
Like really old videos and these really weird. I classify these characters. Also, what are my thoughts on Billy? I hate him, kind of.
Billy. You know, I really think that he had some potential.
That's why I said kind of. I don't fully hate him. Also, who is stronger and faster in your opinion, Carter or Gordon?
Gordon, obviously.
Oh yeah, Trains also kind of breaks realism. Trains 2019 kind of breaks realism by like having the engines go over 100 miles an hour, like every single engine.
Yeah.
I don't even need to speed up footage anymore. I can just make them go extremely fast.
Which Thomas OCs would you add to your series?
My own OC. JK, I don't know if Damien's gonna be in the series. He might not be. I have no idea. If he is, he's just gonna be a visiting engine in like season 6 or whatever.
Who knows? Maybe even who knows? Even maybe my OC will end up like in war. Like if you ever do like a war bit, like
I may actually have a series in World War II, but like I have no idea. I don't want to rip off Victor Tanzig or anything. But in general, speaking generally, I might do a few episodes that take place during World War II. Also, who deserves to be scrapped? The Misty Allen engines or Billy and Charlie?
But all of them.
Okay, speaking generally, after hearing Unlucky Tug's opinion on the logging locos, I kind of have to say Billy or Charlie. Personally, maybe Charlie, since okay, I don't know. Nowadays, after hearing Unlucky Tug's thoughts from the logging locos, I kind of think the same was for Billy and Charlie. And to be fair, Charlie got a good episode in season. What was it? Season 18, season 17.
What, the elephant one?
Yeah, in a way, Charlie's the only one of them who wasn't who got a good episode.
All right, now look. Oh, sorry, hold on.
Favorite Thomas character? I think it's bloody obvious. It's Percy.
What?
Also, Jack the K2. First of all, in regards to number one, I think I already discussed this last stream, but you just weren't here. Number one's not in the end. He's not a developer for the LUR game.
Golden Engines. I've not seen your take on Damien's theme. Damien, have you ever heard that number one is working for the L?
Yeah, I literally just answered that question. And if you want to know why, I can tell you later. And if I'm even still friends with you on Discord, but like, I'll try to, if I can find your Discord, I'll tell you in DMs.
Oh, what happened?
Actually, yeah, I already told you last stream. I already told you, like, I think last stream, or maybe it was before you joined the last stream.
I don't think I remember.
Basically, one of my friends' number one engine was going to be a developer for the LUR game, but in the end, because he apparently, quote unquote, Purple does not hate me, guys. He doesn't hate me. Listen, the fact that he literally earlier today, he was in college. He's still in college, to be fair, but like earlier today, like I think it was like. Basically, what happened was that he showed me episode 4 and he was on mute, and he literally just decided, you know what, fuck it, I'll show Damien episode 4. Even while I'm at college, like that goes to, you know.
Okay, now this is the thing that I'm frustrated about. Some people have like a couple arguments and they're told to shut up, and immediately other people think that they hate each other. That's literally what cousins do.
Yeah, Purple is literally like Purple does not hate me, and I don't hate Purple. Like, we've argued in the past, but we, like, not really. Like, we barely argued. Even when we did argue, it wasn't that severe.
Look, I'm just going to say this. I don't care who it was. If Damien asked me a stupid question, like, in my opinion, ask stupid questions, get stupid answers.
Yeah, that's just how these things work.
Yeah. Like, just don't jump to the conclusion that
I do not care that Purple called me a certain word. But I know it wasn't racist, Grain Trainer. It was just something stupid.
What did he call you?
I would rather not say, because then everyone in this stream will start hating on Purple. But in his defense, I'm speaking from my perspective, but like in his defense, autistic kids are people allowed to say it. You know what? Never mind. Forget it. Personally, thoughts on Dudley. I actually really like him. He's probably one of the better Thomas fan OCs. And at least he has an original basis.
I don't really like him.
Who, Dudley?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I just do not like him.
Yeah, Purple in real life, when he wants to be at least, is actually pretty chill. His OC, on the other hand, well, like towards my OC, we just wrote it off as a joke. I used to honestly, for some reason, get a bit annoyed by it, but I barely even did that, honestly. Anyways, to be fair, Zero is exactly like Alistair in a way. I don't really know anything about your OC Golden Engine, so I really don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, the strange thing is that it wasn't until like I was put in LUR that my OC had a proper personality.
Thoughts on my OC Gilbert, the modified gold E2? Can I just say this?
Yes.
Like, no offense, Golden Engines, but I hate how many people use E2s as OC.
Yes, I watched Thomas the Train's Adventures, Dax, and I actually probably one of the best CGI fan series out there.
Okay, I'm gonna just
What?
explain properly why I do not like so many people using E2s as their OCs. Like, for me personally, I'm a real stickler for real life. So, like,
Yeah, I think the
if you
one thing
have,
I think. Hold on, can I just say it out loud?
sure.
Like why there's a problem with E2 OCs?
Yep.
Simple reason. A lot of people have more than 10 E2s, and that would first of all, I just want to clarify. All the E2s except Thomas were scrapped. So realistically, you could only have like as little as one E2 if you want to have it more than like just Thomas survive. Only like one other E2 is like me personally. I just don't care, but like at least only one other E2 could survive. Like the majority of them would have been scrapped. Like Thomas is the
now,
exception.
if the LBSCR went with their plan and built 20 E2s,
then it would make at least a bit of sense. But like, you could only have like even still, many people have over 20 E2 OCs. Kinda. I don't really know.
yeah, and that's what I hate. Like,
Why did he just leave? Well, I'll just wait for him to come back. What happened?
I think I accidentally pressed done.
Well, what were you saying?
Like if you write like your OC good, like historical, like
Backstory?
yeah, like accurate to what they really did in real life, like I'll be fine with that. Like the most interesting E2, I would argue, is 32109, who got caught up in a blitz.
Yeah, that has some story potential, admittedly, and that could work as a good what would you call it? Just like a good story idea for like an OC.
And like you can make very good stories out of their E2s, but make sure
Not
that
to
you
mention, but you could have
make
like
sure
not
do
to
your
mention, but you could have it as like for example, you could just have them be flashback stories and create and have your OC like exist in the past.
yeah, and like for some
Like
people,
seriously, I have to just say this. Not every OC needs to exist in the present day.
yeah, like with my OC, it's based off of 3642, who is still around today. Like, make sure that your OC is like a real engine.
And for the record, I just want to clarify: my OC is technically a real engine, and I'll admit, I kind of want to like, I will admit, I'm a bit pissed off at myself because I made him an engine that was scrapped in real life. But then again, that's not entirely impossible. Plus, one of them was preserved. And like I said earlier, at least like one other being preserved is fine in my opinion.
Mm.
And plus, to be fair, one of them was preserved. The one literally after my number, 1363. So it's not impossible. And the same goes for the E2s, but not all of them being preserved. That would just be inaccurate to real life. Look, in real life, listen, the real Thomas was scrapped in real life.
Yeah, 32105 or 32106.
Yeah, either of them, whichever one of them was Thomas, doesn't matter because like they were both scrapped in real life. But then again, Thomas. However, I will say this though: Thomas came to Sodor like decades before the E2s were scrapped, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And okay, apparently he's not an E2. Like Gold Engines just said. Like his OC.
Sorry.
But I will say, but as I was saying though, like if you have one other E2 survive, but like let's say he came to Soto before the E2s were scrapped, like if he comes to like Soto or wherever he goes, before the E2s were scrapped or whatever, then it would make sense, kinda.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What?
Apparently, Mattel is using AI to create Thomas toys.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Wait, is that actually real? Like, is that 100% real?
I hope not.
I'm
'Cause if
praying not.
I pray to the Lord Jesus Christ that they're not.
Like, I swear to God, if they're gonna start right after they just like return to making good Thomas toys, what the hell is wrong with you, Mattel?
Hold on.
I'm now worried that they're gonna use AI for the series itself. Lord save us all.
Hold on. I'm just watching a video about it. Fuck's sake, I hate that guy.
Who?
Soto Productions.
Oh yeah. Why hasn't he just been canceled already?
I know.
That's like why don't people just like people are can I just say this flat out? Like people are stupid. Like seriously.
Yeah. Like, far out. It's just Thomas and Friends, right? You don't have to get so angry about it.
Dude, literally, this is a kid. This is I know it's like not fully true, but like just because it's a series for all ages doesn't mean you have to bring politics, Donald Trump, and like all and like fucking racism into it. Like what the hell?
I know. Like, far out. Calm your farm.
And when I say kids, when I was gonna say kids, I meant kids of like the '90s who were much smarter than nowadays.
Yeah. Like, everyone thinks that kids nowadays are like really stupid. But
Yeah,
like,
but and in a way, I see where Mattel is coming from because like even like well okay when Unlucky remember when Unlucky Tug said he thought Mattel thinks kids are stupid.
yes.
In a way, he's kind of right, or at least nowadays he's kind of right. He was kind of right.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
not in the context of the show, but in the context of, but in the case of like, you get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right?
The only ages that are really stupid is about 9 years and younger, or 10 years and younger.
Like Thomas is something you should start watching, like at least at the age of like 9 or 10.
Yes, but if you love it that much, like, it's okay.
Like if you love Thomas, like don't get me wrong, I like it. If I was to say if you hate Thomas, I can't really like. Okay, point is, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, point is about Soda. Okay, back to Soda Productions for a second. Look, if you like Soda Productions, please go see what's it called? A psychologist.
A therapist.
Yeah, therapist, whatever. Just go see a
Now
therapist
look.
for fuck's sakes.
Now look. Soto Productions. I'm not defending him here, but
But I'm not, but wait. But at the same time, I can't really say like that. I agree with everyone who says he deserves to die.
look. I'm just gonna say this. Like, how do I say this?
You want me to say it for you? I think I know how to say it.
No, you don't know what I'm gonna say. Look,
Okay.
he tries to get his point across, but he gets it across way too violent.
That is the best way to say it, honestly. Like
he
even though I
makes
don't
he
like
makes
even though I do not think he deserves to die, I still think he deserves to be terminated from YouTube. Oh yeah, that raises another question. How the hell does YouTube not even realize how much of like an asshole this guy is?
Who knows, to be honest.
YouTube is just like seriously, YouTube is stupid nowadays, honestly.
I know they took down Unlucky Tug for just having a link.
I hate copyright so much. I wish copyright just didn't exist, honestly.
And then Soto Productions insults the Audrey family.
Wait, he did what now? He did what now?
He insulted Audrey's daughter.
Can I say he has no brain? He has no life, like legit.
I know.
Like the only thing he don't almost all his videos are just negative. And let's be honest, who likes a negative like a negative channel? Like what would you call it? Just a channel that focuses on like nothing but negative topics about Thomas and Friends.
No one.
Says who would like that? Like, even Unlucky Tug doesn't focus on, like, negative topics all the time, you know?
I'm surprised how Unlucky Tug hasn't made a video on him.
I hope Unlucky Tug at least knows about him. Then
I'd
again, I
like
kind
to
of don't at the
think,
same time because Lord knows what would happen. I think the final straw will be if he insults Unlucky Tug. Somehow that's worse than insulting the Audrey family.
yeah. If he does, like,
I'm
I'm gonna
surprised he.
be
Listen, I downright think he hates Thomas and Friends, and he's just doing it to like, and like he's just making videos on it to like show that. Even though, and his fans are too stupid to realize that.
Like, he has called this fandom like pathetic, stupid, pointless. Like, if you don't like it,
Uh,
leave and go
look
somewhere
at a
else.
mirror, please, Soto Productions. That's the best thing I can.
Seriously.
That's the only thing I can say to him.
Mm.
I am so glad I've
Like,
never had one conversation with this guy.
me too. Like, I've thought like long and hard about like typing something in his comments, like saying like this. Look, I get that you're trying to get your point across, but please try not to get it across so violent.
Then again, I have to admit, is it bad whenever somebody talks about Soto Productions? Like, will he find it? Like, let's say he'll find this stream. What do you think he's gonna do with it?
Fucking call us out for it.
Oh yeah, sure. Like we're like calling us out for telling the truth.
Like, look, I'm
Idiot.
not insulting him or like defending him.
I'm shocked I can even say he like doesn't deserve to, you know. But I can't. But I can still say it because like I personally don't think he deserves to die. Like I said, but he doesn't
Like
deserve to be
he
on YouTube.
like he might insult people, but like he doesn't deserve to die.
Like telling someone to die is like just be. Even if they're, I have to say this. Even if they're racist, even if they're like, even if they like to talk about politics in regards to a kids show.
Yeah, look, I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it finally. Sodor Productions is probably could have been a really nice guy with a lot of potential and
And
could have got to this
to be
point.
fair, at one point he was actually a pretty good YouTuber. Like, have you like if you go to his oldest videos, I think like pre half a year ago or whatever, or like pre at least 10 months ago, he was actually pretty good at making like Thomas stories and wooden railway videos.
Really?
Yeah, it was only when he made this one video called like I think it was something like the problem with making Thomas videos now. After that, everything went downhill for him.
Look, Sodor Productions, if you ever watch this, like, I understand your frustrations with Mattel, and I understand your frustrations with a lot of
But it
things.
doesn't give you the right to be racist and talk about politics and tell like. Don't get me
But
wrong, I hate Nia as a character, but I don't think, you know.
you can't bring like racial slurs,
Not to mention, but you
politics,
cannot bring Donald Trump into the, you know,
Donald Trump. You can't bring that into a child's TV
into a
show.
children's show situation or whatever. Or
Like,
whatever, yeah.
we get what you're trying to pull across, but just try not to do it so violent.
In other words, just stop going insane. Okay, that's
And
a more blunt way of saying it, but I think you get what I mean.
yeah, like, just don't. Just like, if you don't like it, shut the fuck up and piss off.
Yeah, the best thing to do is, as the old saying goes, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lesson many people need to learn in this world.
Yeah.
Like many people in this world need to learn that fucking lesson.
Yeah. Well, maybe we shouldn't talk about this anymore.
Yeah, let's just get back to the Q&A. We've been talking about it for like 10 minutes.
You know that Flying Scotsman only has like 3 original parts from when he was built.
Wait, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
The back part of his frames, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, 1/3 of his frames. One of the splashes and his cab.
Wait, seriously, his cab is the original cab from like.
I'm pretty sure that it's not entirely, but
Maybe,
most
like
of it.
most of the cab. What you're saying is most of the cab is like the original, or like at least
Yeah,
some of it.
most of it is original.
Like
But
those original parts from 1923.
yeah, but parts like the wheels, side rods, boiler, firebox, tender, um, pony truck, uh, leading
Yeah,
wheels,
I get what you mean.
funnel.
Okay, I get. Sorry, I wasn't focusing, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Like it feels like he's just a different engine, but I'm pretty sure that there's more parts that we don't know of that is still on him.
Yeah, but then
From
again, would they really like? To be fair, though, like, is there really any point in knowing like that those are like they were like original parts? Because like Florence Scotsman himself is still around, just with barely any of his original parts still around.
it, to be honest, it kind of like scares me.
How come?
Like as soon as like those certain parts get replaced, like Flying Scotsman will just be a completely new engine if you really think about it.
Yeah, but like to be fair, it's not really a new engine if it's not newly built. Like the whole entire locomotive.
Yeah, but it just really scares me.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of get where you're coming from, but like, yeah, I think we should just be glad though that he's even still around somehow.
Yeah, I mean he is 100 years old.
Yeah, the parts themselves aren't 100 years old, but the locomotive itself, like the then again, if a locomotive is like then again, if a
Doesn't
locomotive
it?
has all of its parts removed, technically speaking, in the Thomas universe, he'd be 100 years old because he'd still be the same engine. But when you remove all the parts from a locomotive, and like let's say it goes through an overhaul like Henry did, is it really the same engine? Like seriously,
Technically, yeah.
like technically
Uh,
speaking, if it has any original parts, I'd say it does count as the original, as like at least the original engine. Then again, the
uh,
parts are what make it like are what like used to make an engine. So to be fair, real like technically speaking, it's still the same engine, but like in
like
general,
I'm
like oh
pretty sure that they would have refurbished like certain things, like not big things like the old boiler, but I'm
yeah, but
pretty
then
sure
again,
that
I
they.
think the one thing I can say though is that like if it's like the like replacing parts on an engine, like
I'm pretty sure that the box door is original.
yeah, more than
Sure,
likely, like seriously, like
not the smoke
okay,
box,
I
but
have
the
to ask.
smoke box door.
Would it really be necessary to replace a smoke box door on an engine? Like, even if it's undergoing like a rebuild or whatever?
Not necessarily.
Like, I think the smoke box door is more than likely probably original, just with like, I think the number plate swapped out, like, throughout the years.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna answer an Aussie Productions question. Does it even count that as he is Flying Scotsman? What do you mean?
I think it
Does
means like,
is
does it count it this like doesn't even count as Flying Scotsman?
Yes, technically. You know the
Technically,
nameplates are not even original,
yeah, even the nameplates aren't original.
but I'm pretty sure that they still have like the original around, like original
I
nameplates
think you
around.
mean that like the name thing itself is not like the original.
Yeah,
But the
nameplates.
like I guess you could say the framing of the nameplate isn't exactly like or like is the original.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure
guess
that
we'll never know.
they would have refurbished like a lot of parts. Like they would have refurbished like old regulators. Surely the old whistle. They managed to refurbish
Wait, so
Titanic's
just
old
just
whistle.
out of curiosity, I've never properly heard. Okay, this may sound shocking, but I've never properly heard like Flying Scotsman's real life whistle. So
It's basically how can I say
is
this?
it the
Hold on,
original?
I'm pretty sure. You know
Like
that Flying Scotsman wasn't even named until like 1925, 2 years
yeah,
after
I
he
think
was
I knew
rebuilt.
that because like also out of all the A1s, I'm guessing they chose him because like he what like well then again when he was built what would he have been called?
Nothing.
Would his number just have been whatever it was back then, like 1472?
Yeah.
Were the A1s even named back then? Also, hello, Dr. Chad.
Yeah. Sure.
Hello.
Hello.
For
I'm
some
about to
reason, we're
play.
talking about Flying Scotsman. Ironic
Yes, I
since
can
I did
tell.
this trains model today.
I see. No,
So, what other like in this case, like in that case, like For example, I'm just trying to think. Like, if Flying Scotsman, like, let's say he doesn't have all his parts, like, and it technically doesn't count as like it does or doesn't count as the original engine, doesn't that like also apply to other engines in real life?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Now I'm just
technically,
gonna say this: Flying Scotsman's whistle sounds like a little girl screaming.
Wait, what?
Hold on, let me just.
and the Terrier's puffing. I don't know what I was trying to say just now.
The screaming girl and the little dog barking.
What?
You know, that would make a weird combination: Flying Scotsman with the Terrier. Like, picture a terrier with Flying Scotsman's whistle. Like, you know, for example, Stephanie with Flying Scotsman's whistle. It would like, and him puffing like down the line. Basically, it would sound like a dog barking after a little girl screaming. It would be a weird combination.
I can imagine that. That gave me a story idea. I might do that. The screaming girl.
Maybe Flying Scotsman's whistle gets given. Then again, have Stephanie and Flying Scotsman actually ever been like next to each other in real life?
No, I think. Actually, wait, maybe no. I do remember the Flying Scotsman visits Aruba. Really?
I do not remember him ever doing that. Like, I'm talking about in real life. And that would have had to
No,
have been
yeah,
pre-20.
I'm talking about in real life. I saw. A
Yeah,
video
and
of him
Flying
on
Scotsman was out of
the-
service for like, how long was it until 2016?
Yeah, like 2006,
And by then,
2016.
Stephanie was out of service, like 2 years prior.
Yeah.
So it would have had to have been in the 90s or whatever.
I'm still shocked how they got Fenchurch back up and running.
Yeah, same here.
Like, respect to like the people who like does this stuff.
Demon's feet, man. Huh.
Dr. Chad, someone's asking Dr. Chad, why are you a Chad?
Why not?
Because yeah, exactly. Hold on.
Like, why not? Duck can be a Chad. He's like 100 years
I
old.
completely forgot. How many terriers are there even still like in existence?
2. Actually 4.
Which are Fenchurch, does Stepney count?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stepney,
Stepney,
Fenchurch,
Fenchurch.
Freshwater.
And who was the fourth?
I'm pretty sure Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton Works, I think. Or
I
no,
think
Box
so.
Hill, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Boxer.
5 terriers. 5 terriers. Box
so
Hill and.
Oh yeah, Brighton Works.
Oh, I'm not
Well,
sure
he's
about
preserved
Brighton
it.
though.
Wait, oh god, I just remembered. There was literally a terrier named after Brighton Works.
Yeah. So there was 2 terriers, Brighton and Brighton Works.
Wait, no, that was the same terrier. It was just called Brighton Works.
Are you sure?
Yes, I think I looked it up one time. But I always get him and Box Hill confused.
Okay. I still
Also, out of curiosity, wouldn't Thomas and Stepney have known each other before he came to Sodor?
they're cousins, so yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, they could have met. I have no idea. Then again, Thomas didn't recognize Stepney at first, like when he came to Sodor.
Well, do you 2 know that Gordon and Toby are cousins? Technically.
Yeah. Yes.
Duck and Percy and Oliver are cousins.
Well, if Percy did come from the GWR, then yeah.
But
He was
yeah, in my area, it was from the GWR.
Then again, he was built by Avonside, so
He probably would have been sold to the Great
1338
Western.
built by.
He probably would have been sold to the Great Western at one point.
who else?
There's this guy keeps saying that Dr. Chad, did you see my version of Demon's Theme? But I'm looking on your channel, there's no version of Demon's Theme. What are you talking about?
Technically there is though.
I only see this guy's crappy version of the Liberty and Edinburgh. What the hell?
Technically,
first of all, okay, Dax just asked me in DMs 2 questions. One, does Zero actually own your soul? What is that question? No.
Yes,
he owns your soul.
He is not Alistair from Aspen Hotel.
I think he does. I was talking to him the other day.
I'm sorry, what? No, he does not own my soul like my OC soul.
Yes, he did. He took me to the edge of the universe and he talked to me, and I sold him my soul for $1 million. So
Why would you do that? Anyways,
I'm
and second,
bored.
which 2025 Trackmaster are you looking forward to getting the most? Okay, there's this really funny question before I answer Dax's second question by my friend Louie in the chat.
Okay, wait. Duncan Gaming asked. I have a question. Has your OC Damien ever convinced his driver to do horrible crimes?
No, Damien's not evil. He's just annoying.
He's just an idiot who thinks that everything is just bad.
Damien thinks everything about him.
What?
Three things he bad at. He's racist to tender
You got a
engines.
point.
How is that? He's prejudiced, not racist.
I like to think that there's two different races in
No, he's racist
tender
against
engines.
tender engines.
He's not.
Just
That's stupid.
It sounds wrong, but it's pretty funny if you think about it. The tank engine revolution.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Revolution.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
tank
Dude, I just
engine
heard this
revolution-
really creepy noise outside my window. It sounded like someone was like, how do I explain? How do I say this?
Oh my god,
say
no
this,
way! A monster is coming after
Basically,
you.
it sounded like
Which
someone
one?
was banging on my window just now. That sounded so creepy.
It's probably your neighbor. Thoughts on purple?
He's
haven't even
he's
met him.
peak.
Wait, some guy asked a question. You killed Victor Tanzik, James Gordon, and Henry?
Yes.
Okay.
They won't appear in season 7.
Oh my god, they're dead forever like Thomas.
At least Edward will appear.
One of my friends actually emailed Victor Tanzik, and he said that Thomas will probably reappear around season 7.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Didn't Victor already technically confirm that though?
Well, my friend just emailed him and he said, "Well, Thomas will reappear." Victor just said, "Yeah, he'll probably reappear around season 7 or 8, around
Why
there."
is Victor? Then again, why I get like he's not. Victor's not like Purple, who like literally spoiled the next character to appear in LUR. But like, why would he spoil that?
I have no idea. Maybe he thought he wouldn't tell anyone. I don't know.
But we don't exactly know how Thomas will come back though.
He's alive, probably. I don't know.
Then again, didn't he like open his eyes like for a split second? Like in,
Yeah, he opened his one single eye at the docks and just closed them again.
Guys,
It's like he woke up.
question,
It's like he woke up, saw those dipshits, and went back to sleep.
or rather, he just like went back to being unconscious.
Maybe he's just pretending to as a sick joke.
Now, how would he do that though?
He's pretending to be dead just as a sick joke.
Then again, they did say he was filled to the brim with green water.
Yeah.
I want to taste green water.
No,
Green
that
water
sounds
with green.
disgusting.
Oh, but
Disco stank.
Also, the engines don't drink it. They just like, what would you call it?
They consume it by the water tank.
They consume it with the I don't know anything.
Also, did Victor answer this question or not? But like, how do Rolling Stock get green water? Like, you know.
Yeah, he said that sort of.
He said that there was a tank connected to like the inside.
Yeah, there's like something below the truck that you put green water in and like, attached to the truck.
That's pretty disturbing. Just
Are
fill
we ever gonna like be given a reason as to like why not everything lines up with like okay, I know this is Victor's own universe, but like I want to ask this question. Are we ever gonna be given a reason why things like steam diesel conversion exist in this universe, which didn't exist in real life?
Bro, it's
And Victor's series, despite not having and Victor's series, despite not like really being like, you know, aligned with the TV series or the railway series, well, like no shit, but like still though, things like is Stephanie even on the Bluebell Railway yet?
I don't know.
No, it's
1965. Like in what? Wait, no, 1966, or whatever the year is. And like currently in the stories of Sodor.
I'm pretty sure that Stephanie was bought in 1970s.
And what's even weirder is that Recovery. Wait, no. What was that one April Fool's video that someone uploaded? that Victor like helped him
Yeah,
with. What's it called?
recovery. It was called
Yeah.
recovery.
Like I get that it's not canon, but it kind of confirms Stephanie's on the blue bell yet, or does it? I have no idea. In any case, I'm just hyped for season 2 or season 7. Fuck, I said season 2 by accident.
We got season 2. We're going back in time.
We went back to 2017.
Yeah. Going back in time to the second season of Stories of Solo.
Who here was watching Stories of Sodor back then? Is my question.
I have no idea.
Fun fact: I started
wasn't.
watching Stories of Sodor since season 3.
I started watching it since the first half of season 4.
I've been watching it since 2019 for like 6 years. Wait, 6 or 7? Yeah, 6 years. Wait, no. How long is it? I started watching Stories. I've been watching Stories of Sodor since Aftermath came out.
I remember the first episode I watched was Trapped, like the one with the boulder.
My first episode that I watched was ironically the most popular, which was Ghosts, or was it Ghost?
No,
yeah,
I watched Trapped. I love Trapped.
I watched
Yeah,
the
my
first
personal
episode at the end of World War II.
We need Bob's Revenge.
Didn't we technically get it like with that Boulder episode? Wait, no, that's not Bob.
No, that was his brother, like the other boulder at the end.
Bob the Boulder.
No. Why'd you have to make that pun?
They showed the other boulder at the end of Trapped. What was his name?
Val? I don't remember.
Let me just search it up real quick.
I think it was Val.
I'm gonna check anyways.
Yeah, it was Val. Yeah, it was Val.
Hi, Billy Shoopat. I'm skip. So Bob's dead.
Okay. And he's able, but this would be bad that I without.
That's the fact controller. I don't care about you.
Oh yeah, you guys want to? Can I just say this? Okay. So basically, you remember in what was it? Stories of War, the last episode of Stories of War. Do you remember how Oliver asked, "Are you Fat Controller's engines?"
Oh yeah.
When it was before the Fat Controller became Controller.
I think.
Are you fat asses?
You should have said, "Are you Mr. Storage?" Just I don't know.
Or just are you Northeast? Are you LNER engines? No idea. But Victor made a huge continuity error with that.
I think it's just because the line's so iconic.
Yeah, true. Then again, it sounds worse than the US dub hot take.
You should top on Hat's engines. No.
Or just search. Yeah, it sounds so weird. Admittedly,
I'm pretty sure that he said Sir Topham Hatt's engines because
yeah, we know I know the reason, but like, you could have just said, "Are you a Northwestern engine?" or whatever. Plus, it would have been a nice.
Well, okay, wait. To be fair, did they ever say the name of the railway in the classic series?
They just said the Fat Controllers Railway constantly. I think.
Yeah. So like, why don't you say "Are you Northwestern engines?" Since the Northwestern Railway was never named until the CGI era, where it was actually better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it would have been a good opportunity to reveal the name of the railway.
Like hell, King of the Railway, you saw the official fucking flag that we never saw.
Why was it until like only like when the Adventure Begins came out we got the name of the railway? Even though we technically knew it, like us fans knew it back then, like, or at least diehard fans, like from the Railway series. But like,
yeah, at least you can get a fucking 4-year-old still name of the railway.
Yeah, but to be fair, the kids didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The name of the railway,
technically including us, because we were like, weren't we kids back then?
Dude, okay, you know what's something? I've actually never watched Adventure Begins because actually, I've watched it in English, but in my home country, aka 808, it never existed as in an Italian dub.
Wait, seriously? So where did you watch it?
I watched it in the UK dub on YouTube, so and I never watched it in Italian because I think it doesn't exist.
You know what's crazy? I've never watched the UK dub. I've never really watched The Adventure Begins in the US dub.
Why the US dub sucks?
Okay, yeah, but like that was back when I still liked the US dub for some reason.
The only US dub that's good is George Carlin because we can do the George Carlin parodies.
Admittedly, yeah, that's true. And again, Alec Baldwin, at least in season 5, wasn't terrible, but like,
It isn't. It is. Stop fucking arguing, bit. Bill and
To be
Ben,
fair, his Gordon
behave
voice kind of
yourselves.
sucks.
Bill and Ben, behave yourselves.
The Fat Controller's voice, though, was really good, admittedly.
Yeah. There is a Dutch dub of Magic World that exists. Well, lucky for you, there's no Italian dub of the Magic World.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I've checked it. I've checked on the wiki. There's the only movies that exist in Italian from the model era are Calling All Engines and The Great Discovery.
And in general, like, in terms of all eras?
Every movie besides Magic Railroad and Adventure Begins.
Wow. Damn, that's
But like
crazy.
some movies didn't get a DVD release. For example, King of the Railway and Bloba didn't get a DVD release in Italian, but they exist since they're archived on YouTube.
I still remember seeing the DVDs. Like,
Yeah, those were the good old days. See what I did there?
Did the Nitrogen era movies ever get dubbed in Italian? I don't think so. Yeah, so the Nitrogen era movies, no.
Wait, sir. Well, at least you were spared Miss Yow Rescue.
But yeah, but I remember watching Helping Hero when it aired, and I had no idea. I had they showed his backstory, right? And I was like, oh, that's where he came from.
Wait, did they show this backstory in that episode?
No, they showed like the flashback of Hero the Rails with Thomas Fine. And I was like, oh, that's how he knows Hero.
Yeah, thank God they did that, or else you would have been clueless as to like who Hero was.
And you know, I only knew about Blue Bomb Mystery because I had a 2012 take and play checklist, and it showed the DVD on there. I was like, damn, I need to get that, but I never got it.
So did you end up watching all of those in like their proper dubs? Like, well, not proper dubs.
I have never watched Miss Young Rescue. Actually, no, I have never watched all the Nitrogen era movies, bar Blue Bomb Mystery.
Wait, so well, don't ever watch Miss Yow Rescue. Do yourself a favor.
I am not watching that.
Like, have you heard what people think of it?
Pixelated by the Lucky Tongue.
Like, have you seen Unlucky Tug's Miss Yow Rescue in season 14 retrospective?
Yes.
But before that, did you know what other people thought of it?
Yes, it was shit.
And after hearing about all that, like, you still think it's shit, don't you?
Yes.
Trust me, I agree.
You know, I remember I had actually never watched The Great Discovery in English. I only watched it in Italian once with my mom.
Wait, who was like? Wait, in Italian, were there like voice actors like in the Japanese dub or whatever?
No, it was only the narrator talking.
And who was it?
I have no idea. They change narrators like constantly. Like there's so many narrators in Italian. I only know one man's name.
How have I been streaming for 52 minutes and half this time we've been talking about other stuff?
Yeah.
Like, this was supposed to be a Q&A stream, wasn't it? I mean, it kind of was.
Now we're talking about my Italian DVD history.
Pinchy speaks. The Magic Railroad. Pinchy speaks.
He doesn't.
Apparently he doesn't.
Pinchy doesn't speak. This guy's on something.
On the project.
Yeah.
Well, in the Shed 17 prequel, apparently,
yeah, and Solarland, there's the guy had like split personality.
Who was honestly like who was scared by that? I'm just asking.
me.
You mean the post-credit scene in Project G1?
No, the sneak peek or teaser or whatever to like
I was not scared. I was more amazing. I was like, damn.
I think it's pretty funny. Like,
I was disturbed.
Also, I remember Paul's vid. I remember I don't know who said this. I remember someone confirmed that Paul's vids included Toby in the trailer because he forgot he died.
Wait, so you're saying he's not going to appear in Solarland like Toby?
No, I'm saying he was in the first teaser because Paul's vids forgot that Toby died.
And now he's just stuck in the movie or whatever.
I don't know. I just know that.
What happened?
I accidentally swiped left.
Also, I remember, I don't know in what video. Well, it was like a video where instead of Thomas dying in Arcane Merchant, it was Edward. The creator confirmed that Edward was actually supposed to die instead of Thomas.
Well, in an early draft of the script, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if Edward had died, it wouldn't have been, personally, I feel it wouldn't have been as impactful.
Yeah, I remember seeing also a community post like Thomas is catching up to Henry for like the most deaths in fan series.
Okay, look, I'm gonna ask the chat this question. I need to ask all of you guys what I should name the station that I'm building.
Limberton.
No. Name it Jip.
No.
Valesworth, I don't know.
King's Cross. No idea.
No.
King Ori.
London's Euston.
Two names. Well, no.
King
thanks.
Mary. I don't
I
know.
said London's Euston.
Short names. Short names.
Okay, London.
Cock.
No. Someone called it Limberton.
Lower Limber. Lower
No, call it that Limberton.
Limberton.
Nah, JK,
No,
just call it
no.
Okay, fine. I'll think of something serious.
We all know that. What's the original version of that?
I want names that aren't from any other series.
Okay, Knapford.
No.
Okay, fine.
Valesworth is not from any series. I came up with that on my own.
Okay, Killabon.
That's in the that's a town in the RWS.
No, isn't that from the hit era?
No, it's a town in the RWS.
Oh yeah. Wasn't that where the cement works was though in the TV series?
No, that was in Killeen.
Okay, hold on. Wait, are
Yeah,
you sure?
Killabon is near Kildana, and then there's some other place near Killabon. I can't read it though. Let me check my
Okay,
photos.
in all seriousness though, let's see. Call it Crossworth. No idea.
Kabanu.
I'm not calling it Gunford. Call it Soda Bomb Factory.
What
No
the
thanks.
fuck?
I'm not calling it Gunford.
Call it Stone.
Okay, call it Grain.
Stone.
Grain Station. Well, no.
Okay, let's think seriously. What the fuck? Soda Pizza Factory?
What the fuck?
Nah, that's as cringe as the Balloon Factory.
You know, as soon as I heard that almost made it.
Wait, seriously?
The Balloon Factory
Call it What Did You Do?
Alright,
call it Where Are the Balloons?
Call it every year on my birthday.
I'm not calling it Zero Station.
We must have balloons.
Okay. Here's a serious one. Call it Meme Station.
Damn.
What the fuck, Limberfuck?
What the heck?
I like that name.
What?
I might actually name it that name. I might actually call it that.
Killabon's mentioned in the BWF map,
1 second.
even though it literally serves no purpose.
I like Killabon. What Damien said earlier.
Norimby.
Guys, please.
Wait, after Ulfstead, what the fuck is Kirk Lees? What the hell is Kirk Lees?
Kirk Lees? I actually don't
Call
know
it
that.
Zero Station.
No.
Limberbuff?
Zero Hope. Zero Hope.
I'm not fucking calling it Limberfuck.
No, he said someone...
No, nothing related to Limberton.
Something in the OWS now? I'm actually questioning myself.
Nothing related to Limberton.
Gold Engines, get out.
No. Time out.
I'm putting you in timeout.
What do you do?
He said limber, a very bad word.
Oh, hell no! This guy's got the mental illness, I think. I don't know.
Okay,
Golden Engines, if you are listening to this, if you make another racial comment, I'll get Damien to permanently ban you from his
you don't
stream.
even get me to do it. I'll just do it myself.
Call it Morphway, I don't know.
Okay, seriously, let's think.
Kirklees.
Pretty good.
Wait, seriously?
Pretty good, but
guys,
not yet.
It's worse because there's someone who's black in the chat. So, Golden Engines, yeah, I'm banning him after this stream, honestly.
Super Tunnel's guilty one. No, glitchy.
Okay, let's think.
Super Thomas Glitchy, I really do apologize for that, personally.
Okay, let's think. Is there like a station in real life we could use?
I know there's a town called Stone.
Stoner Station.
That sounds terrible.
But it's funny. The queen is feeding.
Chugga
Feeding.
sounds like a racial slur.
What?
Chugga. Police station Chugga.
Chugga Station.
Chugga.
Chug a
In the words
station,
of-
nothing.
in the words of-
Chugga this, my brother.
In the words of Purple Hoodie, Chugga sounds like a racial slur for trains.
Yeah.
It is nothing. I
Get
said
along.
nothing.
Hey, got
I don't know. Call it Ballast Win.
a ballast win.
That's a mid-Sodor station, isn't it? Oh, wait.
No, that's Ballamody.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think that made it. That made it. Wait, hold on. Let me check comments.
Chungus.
I'm not calling it SMG Force Station. Oh no.
FCA
Uh,
Force.
Chungus
Chungus
station.
No, 'cause I'm
No,
gonna take this to a railway.
Ballast Win. Why do so
What
many
the
stations
fuck?
on Soda
Digital Circus
Why
Station?
are there so many stations on Soda that start with Balla? I'm genuinely asking why.
Balladrin, Balla everything.
Like there's Ballamody, Ballast Win, Balla Who, Balladrin.
Why are there also two stations that sound almost identical? Like that's have the name a name that sounds almost identical. Marthwaite and Maithwaite. Also, why are there so many? Why do Allsdale and Allsborough? Why do Allsdale and Allsborough sound almost exactly the same?
Okay, now I'm checking. Okay, Ballast Win.
Because it's the town of Arles.
What the fuck? The Soda egg factory?
Balla Who? Are there more?
I am not calling it the Soda Egg Factory.
Okay, let's think.
Callendale.
That's
a good one.
1 second, guys.
Dr. Chad, you have really came up with some pretty good names.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. But still, I need something that has a ring to it.
Limited?
Limited?
I don't know. I just thought of that after like remembering that one service from the railway series, the Limited.
No.
What do you mean?
Tree.
What?
A whole tree.
No, we are not calling
Poultry.
it Damien Station.
Fuck off.
If I'm naming Damien after a railway station, it is going to sound weird as fuck. Because I'm not going to call it Damien. I'm going to call it like Darwin or something.
I don't know. Fizdale?
Fasedale.
Yeah.
Fasedale.
Call it Holtra.
No. A whole
I don't know.
town
I
exists.
really like stations that end with like Dale.
Okay.
So I think.
Rollansdale?
Sorry.
I said Rollansdale or something like that.
What?
Marindale. That sounds good. Marindale.
Yep, that's the one. Perfect. Done.
I'm using that for one of my stations now. Marindale. That sounds actually good. What
Marinsdale.
station should I call Marindale? Let's see. What's a station?
Let me get my pen.
No station with no name. Let's see.
Station window name. I'm not calling the station window.
No, I'm not saying.
What did we settle on,
no,
guys?
I wasn't suggesting a name. I'm looking for a station on my map that has a really boring name. I'm gonna change it to Marindale.
Let me just get my paint.
These are all. Oh wait, Church Station. No, I'm gonna call Church Station Marindale.
The what?
Why is this not? There we go.
Sorry.
No, we are not
We're
calling it
scamming
Clinton
Bumble.
Steel Station. We are not calling it that.
Wait, calling it what?
We're not calling it Flint and Steel Station.
Dr.
That's-
Chad has won. Since he has come up with some really good names and one of them has hit my heart. So,
What?
I don't know. I'm not good at announcements. Shut up.
He's not good at making emotional speeches.
Golden Engines, I'm sorry.
All right. So what was the station's name again? Maronsdale.
Yeah, Marindale.
All right.
No, we are not calling it Chicken Jockey Station.
Bro, shut the hell up with this shit.
So I was willing to like accept the memes at first, but like still.
We're no, bro. At this point, we're just this point is guys gonna say the Nether Station.
No, I'm not calling it Netherdale Station.
Bro, something that someone just said in the
Netherlands
chat reminded me of the name Liverpool.
Netherlands Dale. That sounds funny.
Honestly, Josh the Editor Studios didn't come up with too bad of a name. It's,
fucking evil.
I actually like Crossworth as the name.
Crossworth? Someone done?
Bloody hell, it's boring.
No, we're not calling it Bazinga Station.
No, shut the fuck up.
And stop thinking of just memes.
No, we used to call Purple Hoodie Zero in here. Just say, I'm getting rid of your speaking privileges.
He's in college.
I'm joking, you know.
I know. Ironically, though, it was online earlier to show me episode 4, like an early preview. Speaking of which, I'm not reacting to episode 4 in a live stream today. It's in like 2 hours.
Oh, it's in 2 hours? Damn.
I think so. It's geez. Now it's in nearly 2 hours. Hold on, let me check.
Nearly.
Nearly. Very strong word, my friend. There we go. I have renamed Church Station to Marindale because I like the ring to it.
Alright, hold on. Let me just check. When's episode 4 coming out?
I play the coal miner in my.
Hold on one second, guys.
No, technically, in my AU.
Okay, never mind. It's coming out in 4 hours.
It's gonna be two in the morning for me.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm probably not gonna do another stream just like reacting to it. Maybe I might. I don't fucking know. So
someone just said Soda Cheese Factory.
I'm probably gonna end the stream now, guys. So because I gotta go now.
The Cafferdale Station.
All right, I'll see you guys in the next stream.
Wait! I'm almost done. Hold on. I'm almost done painting the name.
You're painting them.
Yeah.
Can I end the stream in the meantime?
Hold on. 2 seconds.
Okay.
They have already passed.
Stop.
Yeah, it's been over 4 seconds.
Patience.
Patience is our word.
Now that reminds me of that other hit era song. What was it called? Determination.
I mean, with determination. It just goes, give up, don't show determination.
Yeah.
Now, when you're trying to joke around, when you're trying to demotivate your friend, give up, don't show determination.
Yeah, I seriously gotta go now, guys. Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me show you. Hold on.
All right.
This guy is persistent. He wants to show his station.
Peak.
Now I just gotta add like flowers to like the corner that's blank.
No, wait, but Damien, Golden Engines 15 is saying story.
Dude, I seriously gotta go now.
Alright, you can go.
Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, let's say